So now for day 2 of the 7-day tinnitus meditation challenge. On day 1, we started with the fundamental foundation of a meditation practice, sitting properly and having our focus point on our nose or our belly as we're inhaling and exhaling. Now for day 2, we're going to continue and expand on that practice by adding meta-awareness of our thoughts. An added note is that we are meditating for tinnitus because tinnitus is known to be increased or made worse or more challenging by stress. Meditation is one of the cheapest and easiest stress reduction tools out there. It's been used for thousands of years. And I've seen personal success stories of individuals who habituate to their tinnitus who use meditation. I'm going to continue to guide us and reminding those that if you had a challenge with the tinnitus in your ear, with your loud tinnitus in your ear, then I want you to pause this video after I just say this. I want you to find a speaker, maybe it's from your phone or from your computer or from a speaker in your home, and play some relaxing background noise like a river or the sounds of crickets or any sort of calming ocean sound, some sort of nature sound where you can set the volume at a level which makes it tolerable and okay to be in a silent room around your tinnitus. So we call that the mixing point. So try to find a background noise, a sound that can make your tinnitus less bothersome in that moment. This is called sound therapy as well. So if you had a hard time meditating yesterday on day 1 because your tinnitus was really loud, pause this video, find the sound sample that you'd like to use from your phone or computer, put that in the background, find the right volume point, make sure you find a track like on YouTube or Spotify that's over 30 minutes long, find that, set it up, and then play this video again, and then you'll be able to meditate more peacefully without being focused on your tinnitus. And this gets easier with time. Well, good morning from wherever you are in the world, whatever time of day you're watching this. Now we're going to come into our meditative seat. So whether you're sitting on a blanket or a pillow, if you're on the ground, make sure that your hips and your butt is significantly off the ground so that your knees are slightly lower than your hips. That will help the blood circulate and it makes it easier to stay in the meditative posture. If you're sitting on a chair, that's also great. Come into your seated position and come to a straight back with your chin parallel to the ground, and your hands can be on your legs. They can be palms upward, or they can be palms down, or they can be in this hand position. Find that comfortable place. Connect back to your breath as we practiced yesterday. Slow, deep inhales. Slow, deep exhales. In and out through your nose. Coming back to the focus point that we practiced, feeling the air coming in and out of your nostrils. connecting with your lower stomach, rising and falling with each deep inhale and each deep exhale of breath. Coming back to your breathing if your mind drifts off. I recommend taking the first minute, 2 minutes of any meditation sit to start with the breathing and focus on the fundamental breath. Notice if you have any tightness in your body, and if you do, be okay, be at ease with that tightness, using our deep, slow breaths to loosen and relax, to let gravity and our natural body shape and configuration be at ease, be comfortable. Relaxing the eyebrows, the forehead, the neck, the jaw. As we continue to focus on our slow breathing through the nose and out of the nose, we are also conscious and aware of our shoulders. We relax our shoulders. Relax the arms. Relax the stomach. Any tightness we may feel in our lower back or our knees. We're not here to change any tightness, but if we can breathe into it and allow it to rest. Very good. Keep breathing. Focus on the inhales through the nose, bringing the fresh oxygen into your body and your blood. And then the slow exhales through the nose. Find your rhythm today, find your pace today. Checking in with your body, checking in with your breathing. Keep your breathing, keep your own rhythm. As I explain, our meditation will now focus on meta-awareness, awareness of our mind, awareness of our thoughts. As you keep your primary attention on your breathing, you may be aware of different sensations in your body. You may be aware of a sound, a loud sound of tinnitus coming from your ears, coming from your brain. You may be aware of thoughts coming and going, especially at the beginning of meditation practice. Thoughts are powerful and they just take a few seconds to come back. So whenever a thought comes into our minds, with our breath, we're allowing that thought to pass through our mind, pass on, and we're coming back to our primary attention, our primary focus on the breathing. The mind has a hard time being present, and that's normal for any level of meditator. So when a thought comes to my mind, I acknowledge it for what it is, and I say, "Hello, thought. Hello, mind. Now I will go back to my breathing. Thank you." This is training our awareness. This is awareness building, and this is an important part of learning how to live with tinnitus. This is an important part of learning how to meditate with tinnitus in the ear. So keep your primary attention on your breathing, and when a thought comes, acknowledge the thought, hold the thought in your space for a moment, and allow that to pass. Allow your breath to move this thought like the wind moves the clouds. Very commonly in a meditation, the mind can project and bring us into the future with a future thought. Or the mind can bring us into the past with a thought about something that happened to us earlier today, this week, last year. Notice the mind's tendency to take us out of the present moment. And without trying to change anything or force anything, with the power of your breathing under your own control, gently allow these thoughts to come and go. The mind wants to focus on something. The mind wants to be occupied. That is why we choose breathing and our breath as the focus point for the attention. The breath is invisible. It has no form. Therefore, it's one of the best concentration points for meditation to keep the mind occupied enough and for us to feel the calm, centered balance that comes from this practice. Remember, you can always come back to your breathing around your nose or the rising and falling of your stomach. Using the phrase, "Hello, mind. Hello, future mind. Hello, worrying mind. Thank you. Now I return back to my breath and my breathing." even a thought about the sound in my head, the sound in my ear, or any tightness or sensations in my physical body, I say, hello, mind, hello, thoughts, thank you. Now I'm returning back to my meditation practice. The mind quickly takes us out of the present, and this can happen in a matter of seconds. And this is a practice because every time we observe the mind, we are aware of the mind, and our thoughts are involuntary, automatic thoughts. We come back to our breathing, and that is stored in our body as a little victory, something to celebrate. And the practice here in the closed eye seated meditation affects our life, affects our relationship with our tinnitus. So be patient and be gentle and move slowly and practice this awareness building, acknowledging and saying hello to your mind and thoughts that come. And then using your breath to come back to your meditation practice. Meditation can feel like a purification process, and sometimes in order to purify, there has to be some challenge or some pressure or some tightness. So if you're feeling any of that in this sit today, be okay with that and accept that for what it is, and keep practicing, keep doing your best. This awareness building is the foundation of mindfulness. Notice the mind jumping around. It very quickly starts to go on a thought train, and be okay with that. Acknowledge that wherever it goes, even if it's something small, trivial, or something challenging and dark, say hello, hello thoughts, hello mind. I acknowledge you, I see you, thank you for being here. Now I'm going back to my meditation practice, and I focus on my breath. If your mind has thoughts about your tinnitus, use this same practice. I am not suggesting you turn a challenging, dark, negative reaction about tinnitus into a positive reaction. Instead, choose a more neutral response. I suggest saying, hello, hello worrying mind, hello agitated mind. I am aware of you, I see you, I feel you right now, and with my breath I'm allowing those thoughts to pass through. So with this practice, we have some control over our mental state. We can choose our state by how we focus our attention. If you notice there's parts of your physical body that are getting tight, it's okay to gently move them to circulate the blood. It's also encouraged to try to fully relax and ease into that tightness or that physical sensation, using deep breaths to bring oxygen to those areas of the body. And you can also observe in that way how the sensations come and go, just as our thoughts come and go when we use our breathing and we have the awareness of the thoughts as transient. A dark thought is never permanent. It is short, it is transient. And through this practice, our breath helps us move this thought like the wind moves the clouds through the sky. Remembering if we ever need something to come back to, an anchor, a foundation, coming back to the physical sensations around our nose as we breathe, or feeling our stomach, lower stomach rising and falling with each deep breath. Continuing this practice on your own for the next minute, the meta-awareness of thoughts coming and going, returning to your breath. as we finish our meditation for today. If you can, try to take deeper, slower breaths. And together, exhale everything. Take a long, slow inhale to release HA. Two more rounds of that. Slow inhale through the nose. HA. Last one. Slow inhale. HA. Take these next few moments with yourself. Bringing your hands together slowly, putting them on a part of your body that is calling, perhaps your stomach or your chest, or bringing your hands together and saying thank you to yourself for showing up for this practice. Very gently opening your eyes, having some awareness of your vision, seeing what's around you with new eyes, very gently, slowly, bringing that sense of awareness into our everyday lives. That is how we take this meditation practice from a seated practice with our eyes closed into a practice for our everyday lives. Today we practiced meta awareness, and this is an incredibly useful tool for tinnitus management. Cognitive behavioral therapy uses awareness of our own thoughts, and cognitive behavioral therapy is one method for tinnitus management, which goes into those thoughts and starts to question those thinking patterns, using the mind to counteract the thoughts. Mindfulness psychology, which comes from this form of meditation practice, does less to question or dive into the thoughts and if they're valid, if they're true, or if they're a distortion, if they're not. Mindfulness on this side tends to allow the thoughts to come and go and bring ourselves back to the present, which can be a process of accepting whatever comes in through our mind and having methods to allow it to leave with grace and with ease. Thank you everyone for being here for day 2 of the 7-day meditation challenge. Take care of yourselves today. Keep doing your best and make sure to show up tomorrow, where we'll focus on the physical sensations in our body and how to have mindfulness and how to meditate using the physical sensations of our body that come up, which is a very deep practice.